You can make choices and decisions to change your life, to bring beauty to this world, to take, and be a greedy bastard and ruin everything for all of us. What's up? It's Jacob Schaefer, the Cosmic Rockstar. Today, we're going to talk about a subject which is very interesting and a little bit sensitive to a lot of people. Ego. So what exactly is the ego? Or might we ask, who exactly is the ego? Me, not you, me. It's all about me, baby. That's kind of the ego. The ego is the sense of I. I think, therefore I am. Egoic. It's the original sin, baby. So sweet. The tree of knowledge. So let's get back to it. You see, I was focusing on taking care of myself. Nourishing, hydrating, that's actually a role of the ego. When you're thinking about yourself, you can take care of yourself. When you don't think about yourself, other people can take advantage of you. They can take control of you. Egomania. We've all heard about it. We can all think of 1, 2, 3, or 20 billion people in this world who are running the show who are egomaniacs. It's a problem. But so many of you are afraid of our egos because we've been told so many times in subtle ways, even with words that are not ego, that it's a bad thing, that it is a part of you that should be shunned and swallowed down and forgotten about. And who's putting these rules in place? Interesting. That's something for you to think about in your own life because it's different for everyone. You are you, and I am me. Let's embrace our egos, but let's not let it get in the way of thinking about the greater good of everyone. A self-centeredness at the cost of everyone else. That's an egomaniac. They don't care about anyone but themselves. Strike a balance between your ego and your oneness with it all. To believe in yourself, you have to be egoic.
I just told you who I thought I was, a god.
Think about it. Olympians, the greatest rock stars of the world, rappers, pop stars, politicians, entrepreneurs, they believe in themselves because if everybody's looking at them like this, they are emanating something that is attracting all of this attention. And what does this power come from? It comes from their egos. Yes, I'm sure you guessed it by now. We are talking about ego. Ego. So there's power to the ego. And whenever there is power, there is a chance for greed and manipulation. But also, wherever there is power, there is a chance for change and peace, prevalence, and destruction. But there's a fine line between it all. There's a balance, like in everything that is good. There's always going to be a balance. It's a duality we live in. But you know what is really interesting to me? If you really look into this concept, there are multiple schools of thought that use the same word, at least in our English language, ego, that have a very different view. If you look at it at a spiritual or religious perspective, it tends to be this kind of thing you don't want. You want to transcend and become your highest self. But that's kind of bullshit sometimes. We can transcend and find the oneness of it all, but we are in this human flesh experience, at least at the moment. So you're stuck with your ego, whether you like it or not. So you better utilize it and treat them with respect. Embrace your ego, baby. Embrace it. You can't run away from this one. But when you look at it from the psychoanalytical perspective, like Carl Jung or Sigmund Freud, you have this word ego. As a definition, it's the part of the personality that is perceiving I. It's just you. Kind of like an I consciousness. It's your character, your name, the first person perspective. Now that's nothing to be ashamed about. That's just a tool to understand how you see the world. A little bit psycho, right? So what's really interesting about the blend of these two is that they're really trying to understand consciousness, at least in a pure spiritual perspective, in a pure psychology perspective. They're just trying to understand the same thing, but it's very different and there's so many clashing perspectives. So if we're trying to understand consciousness, the ego is very important, but it's not the be-all, end-all. There's things going on that are so greater than just your egoic perspective. And your egoic perspective is free will. You can make choices and decisions to change your life, to bring beauty to this world, to take, and be a greedy bastard and ruin everything for all of us. Please don't. Please don't. So I'm making this video to give you permission. Permission that you've probably never truly received before. And that's a beautiful thing. I want you to feel safe to embrace your ego. But I want you to take the responsibility of what that means. So I'm going to use my ego to be the best me that I can be, Jacob Schaefer, the cosmic rock star. And exactly that, it's egoic. By calling myself Jacob Schaefer, I'm slipping straight into my ego understanding of who I am. By calling myself Jacob Schaefer, the cosmic rock star, I'm magnifying my ego and taking hold of my destiny and being who I want to be, labeling myself with pride and joy and empowerment to be the guy that I've always dreamed of being. It's really powerful, actually. No wonder why there's so many celebrities that change their name. They take on a new ego persona and become stars. Like Bruno Mars, for example. Bruno was a nickname he had growing up, so it's real, it's a part of him. And Mars to the stars, something like that. Lady Gaga. Do you think her birth certificate says that? These are just a few examples. Don't put yourself down. We need you. We need you. We need the beauty that is shining from within you that you cut off to the world. You gotta let it flow. You gotta let it show. You gotta shine. You'll be fine. You're awesome. I love you. I want to know what you think. If you're a real person out there and you're vibing with what I'm saying, let me know down below in a comment and subscribe. Let me know that I'm reaching you. Soothe my ego. I'm wondering, are people really paying attention? Do people really care about me? See, the ego can get in the way. It can squash you. It could just make up stupid stories in your head that nobody cares. Nobody loves me. It's not worth doing all this stuff. I hate myself. That's the ego. Get it together, baby. You're going to be okay. And please be patient with yourself. It takes time to really get to know yourself. I've been working at it for a long time. It takes time to heal. It takes time to move through things. But you will get there, and it's worth it. So if you've made it this far, I want you to know that it's good to be yourself and embrace your ego. It sounds cheesy, but say it out loud. I am awesome. I am amazing. I am lovable. I am great. I am awesome. I am awesome. Yeah! I am awesome. I am awesome. I am Jacob Schaefer, the cosmic rock star. See you next time.